You're listening to the Board Game Snobs podcast, a ridiculous podcast with ridiculous hosts that discuss ridiculous things. And any mention of board games is purely coincidental. And so, without further ado, and with a heavy dollop of shame and embarrassment on my part, I give you the Board Game Snobs.
Oh no, I wasn't ready. This is the Board Game Snobs podcast, getting some lotion. My hands are chafing. This is Jerry.
It's just recent.
No, it's good.
Okay, we're gonna power through the chafing hand.
Hey, I get chapped.
That are now well lubricated.
Thanks, Jergens. I accidentally used my Dermasil oil-free facial cream for my hand cream. I have lots of creams. I have a skin condition, so I have to stay well hydrated and moisturized. So I keep an inane amount of various lotions and potions. And I'm not afraid to say it. I don't think that moisturizing is unmanly. It's not gendered.
It's healthy.
It's healthy.
It's healthy for your skin.
Do you have a
Everyone should moisturize.
Do you have a skincare routine?
I do not, unfortunately. My wife is constantly telling me to put some lotion, oils, creams. And I need to, but I don't. I finally put some lotion in the bathroom. That way, when I step out of the shower, freshly clean, zestfully clean, I can dry off my rotund body and begin to lotion. And because my legs have been real ashy here lately,
baby oil.
My arms have been real ashy.
Get your baby oil and put that on as soon as you get out. Lock that moisture in. Your skin will glisten. I'm serious. Baby oil. Diddy knew what was going on.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I
know where I can get some.
I'm on the baby oil train. There ain't nothing wrong with it. It's not. Why do we have to make things weird?
What's in baby oil?
It's not a petroleum-based jelly. Baby oil. That's a good question. It does something. Hang on a moment. It's a good question. I used to know.
I mean, why is it quote unquote baby oil and not adult oil?
Because it's mineral oil and it is a petroleum product. It has antioxidants and so forth, but it locks in. As somebody asks, why would you use it for an adult? It seals in moisture.
Good enough for a baby, good enough for me.
Why?
Babies have wonderful skin.
Why people are hating on stuff like that. People like to hate on things. Did you see that what I just posted on Facebook? Of course, I'm sure that you watch all your notifications of that meme of that guy that's getting roasted for his morning routine. I like to stay up on pop culture. This poor guy, which he's an influencer, of course, and he posted like what does he do each morning? And he gets up at like 3:30 in the morning and like rubs his face with a banana peel and puts his face in ice and then swims and like, it's just insane. No, nobody's morning would be like that. Nobody does that. And people are kind of like roasting him for it and making fun of him, which is just like the thing. Now, everybody likes to talk about what their morning routine is. And I think that's like a way of like signaling that you've got your life together, that you're disciplined enough to get up early. I ain't falling for it. I don't fall for that.
No, that's the Andrew Huberman effect.
Well, that was more than just...
Wake up at 5 a.m.
That's not Andrew Huberman.
Get some sunlight in my eyes.
No, that's not Andrew Huberman.
Take a cold shower.
That's not Andrew Huberman.
Meditate.
Andrew Huberman is the guy that does the sleep stuff. That's not him. That you're thinking of the Willis, Blocko Willis. That guy, the guy who gets up 4:30 every day and deadlifts. His podcast is in black and white. Well, I guess it's not a podcast. It's just like his little YouTube videos are all black and white.
Well, Andrew Huberman, the neuroscientist, also talks about it.
No. He doesn't do the whole get up at 4 a.m. He does the get at least 7 hours of sleep and take your
I
vitamins.
don't know what you're talking about. Andrew Huberman does all that. He's got a whole thing, and there's also other YouTubers saying, "I've tried the Huberman routine."
Well, that's
for
but
6 weeks,
it's not.
and it changed my life.
It's not that get up at 4 a.m. though and be all dunk your head in ice and banana peels.
It is.
No, it's
it
not.
It literally is.
He doesn't believe.
I will send it to you right now.
Are you doing it?
Am I doing it? No.
Yeah. Then don't be telling me
Should
about
I do it?
I'm looking it up
Probably.
right now. He says go to bed and wake up at the same
Huberman.
time. I'm looking at it right now. Avoid screen.
He says lots of stuff.
Yeah. But he's not get up at like 4 a.m.
Yes, he is. Okay, look, let's not discuss that. Huberman method. Okay, we'll get down to the nitty gritty after the podcast.
Oh.
Let's not get sidetracked from whatever our normal sidetrack is.
This ain't
I
sidetrack.
guess our podcast is really just sidetrack.
No, I want our listeners to get a good night's sleep. The
podcast.
So I joined a study here. I just finished it, actually. I'm waiting to do a Zoom interview with Florida University where they made me wear like this Fitbit for like a month, tracked all my digits, all my info, and my sleep habits and junk. I get like 6 hours of sleep on average. Not on average, like that's what I get every night, except maybe on the like one day a weekend I get 7. And I think I'm one of those rare people that can do all right on just 6 hours. I think I do better on 7. But technically, according to the science, you should be doing 7. But, I need to up my sleep game, is what I'm saying.
Is it that you aren't sleepy or that you can't sleep?
No,
something wakens you?
No, it's my routine. Like my routine is I get 6 hours. Like I'm just set up that way. I'm a man of habit. And so I just have to get my habit line back out to where it's like, no, I just need to go bed 30 minutes or, a little bit at a time, get it in my head, do my thing and be all right. But yeah, you got to have a good sleep hygiene, whatever they call it.
You got to have good habits.
Anyways, did you have something you want to talk about? Because like I'm ready.
Police in Tennessee are looking for 4 people who are accused of robbing a convenience store while wielding pythons. Now,
wait a minute,
pythons aren't deadly.
No,
right?
no. Python,
the snake, not the program.
Okay, I was thinking of the gun. There is a Python revolver.
Nope, snakes.
I think that's what the Highway Patrol in California used to use.
Snakes?
Yeah, no, Python revolvers. Anyways, so they had snakes?
They had snakes, and I guess... And pythons, I mean, they can't kill you. I mean, I guess unless they wrap around your neck or something and start squeezing.
Are they constrictors?
But I think they're constrictors.
I'm looking it up. Go ahead. They're a non-venomous snake.
So 2 men, 2 women went to the sit-go on 154 highway on March 4th holding 2 ball pythons.
Oh, those are the baby snakes.
Authorities said they took $400 worth of CBD. See what I did there?
Yeah.
CBD oil and left. So they just came in there with snakes, took a bunch of CBD oil and left. That was it. Oh, it says the 4-door sedan with a drive-out tag and the trunk tied with bungee cords. They're really hitting on their vehicle.
I know. Hey, we've all been down that bungee cord route. I mean, come on.
It's a used car. We can't all afford brand new vehicles. Sometimes things are held together with bungee cords and duct tape. But I don't understand why would you hit a place and just only take CBD oil? Like I know CBD oil has had its day, even though I think it's pretty much been replaced by just, over the counter weed or wherever it's accessible now. THC. All I get on my Instagram ads are THC gummies.
Maybe
try some THC.
You need to try all that because apparently, like you're giving out all your information, and the AI of the internet is showing you what you need.
Get rid of your hangovers and try and live hangover free with THC gummies.
It knows you. I'm going to look at my Facebook right now to see what the internet gods say I should be doing. Let's see. Which Marvel hero?
I don't know why you would want $400 worth of CBD oil, though. What are you going to do with that?
Again, Jarrett Rutledge just posted painting something, his last Cyberpunk minis. I swear, he posts something like every 4 hours about his minis. This guy paints incessantly.
incessantly?
Yeah, I think he paints with his cousin. I don't know. I can't say words. Kia. I got a Kia advertisement. I hate their new logo. I don't know what it is.
That like it looks like a K and an N, but it's an A.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the K, the I, and the A
terrible.
merged together in a cool logo. Yeah, it's terrible. Kia. Okay, in the ranking of vehicles, Kia. Okay, at one time, I remember when Hyundai, we had one back in 1990. Let's see, when did I get my license? My parents had an old Hyundai Excel. A three-speed, not 4, not 5. This thing would max out at about 45 miles an hour. A three-speed Hyundai Excel. It was the first car I ever drove, and an old man that was high on whatever drugs you take at 75 and shouldn't be driving smashed into the back of my car as I was waiting to turn across lanes, turning left. And he had a huge Ford pickup that was completely unscathed by the incident. Our little car was totaled, smashed the trunk in and everything. I got a case of whiplash, had to go to the chiropractor. That was before I learned that chiropractors are all quacks.
Ow.
They'll kill you. One wrong twist of the neck and you're dead. Anyway, I went to the chiropractor for like 2 years after that, and I still get headaches. And I also didn't get a lawyer, and I got a very small payout. My buddy who was with me got a lawyer, got a much larger payout. Oh, my family, we don't know how to do things like that. We're just good old country folk. But what was I talking about? Oh, Hyundais.
Sounds like you need some CBD oil.
Hyundais, I mean, they were a low-ranked car. It was like a Yugo. You remember the Yugo?
I remember
the Yugo. Anybody remember the Yugo?
Yeah.
You know, this foreign car comes in, is trying to make an impact on the market, and everybody just makes fun of you for driving it. Well, now Hyundais, they've worked their way. I remember Hyundai came out with my parents got another one after that. Another Hyundai Sonata. It's not much of a car, if you ask me, but it did have like 100 or 200,000 mile warranty. So that was their big selling point, was this big fancy warranty with it. And I mean, it was a decent car. And now I think Hyundai has firmly lodged its place into a decent vehicle. But Kia, I think Kia's on the bottom. now.
Yeah, probably. It's probably not great.
It's like Toyota, Honda, I don't know. I'm not even talking luxury because I don't operate in those circles. For us common folk, Toyota, Honda, Chevy, Nissan, Ford, Hyundai, Kia. That's probably what I would say.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good question. Which car brand? I'm going to ask the AI gods. Is
AI knows all.
Considered
AI the new Google
to be the lowest tier. That's a weird way to...
I wonder, I guess Google just uses AI now, so there really is no Google. It's just Google AI merged together into one tremendous monster. My microphone, as I'm recording, it's got this dynamic leveling system, and I can tell it keeps moving down as I talk, and it's irritating me. I want to be louder.
There are 7 brands that don't have a single model recommended by Consumer Reports. And those models are Lincoln, Alfalfa Romeo. I don't know what Alfalfa Romeo is.
Alfalfa.
Alpha. I'm sorry. Alpha. I'm sorry.
Alfalfa.
Oh, I'm sorry. What kind of car is
the little rascals we got going on?
Oh, that's like
here.
A foreign car. Dodge. GM.
The Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romano. Hey!
Let me put my spoon to my chin before I eat it.
Is that what he does?
That's what his brother did.
Did it? Brenda.
Yeah. Everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah.
I forget his brother's name. It was Raymond, and
his brother was then I haven't watched that show in years.
Yeah. We used to watch it. We enjoyed it.
Brad Garrett was the guy who played him. I can't remember his name.
Yeah. And I enjoyed his character, but then I realized all they do is yell at each other. That's all they do. It's a lot of yelling in that show.
It's all right. It's all right. It's fine.
What's that saying?
Land Rover, Rivian, and Jeep. What? Rivian. What is that?
Oh yeah, Chrysler Dodge. I forgot about Chrysler Dodge because they too are. I'm not a fan of Chrysler Dodge.
Well, thanks, Internet.
I've had a few Dodges, and they've not been good vehicles.
Nah. Of course, I had let's see, the highest tier. Let's see what the best Rolls Royce and Bentley, but I'm talking about not that. I want to know like your just general cars. Those are luxury cars. I ain't gonna drive no Bentley. Either way, so did they get away? Have they found the snake robbers, or is that where it left off? We just don't know.
Last I heard was we don't know. We just don't know. I'd have to do an update. There was no update on the story itself, so maybe they got away scot-free. Maybe they went into the store for aspirin.
You're doing your best, but none of us are hidden.
They should aspire to do better. There's not a whole lot of snake jokes out there, I don't think.
No.
There's a snake in my boot. That's all I know.
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, it's hard. Snakes aren't inherently funny.
Did you hear about the snake that worked for the government?
Mm-mm.
He was a civil serpent.
See, I don't like those kind of puns because they're not. They're not. A good pun should come out of nowhere and hit you when you least expect it.
Yeah.
And that's just not.
That's a joke. It's not a pun. I mean, it's a pun in a joke.
Well,
you have to set it up.
A good pun stands on its own.
That's true. Like a cobra.
Speaking of which,
that's not a pun.
No,
that's
the truth. Any other things that have happened here recently for which I need to be made aware of?
We need to discuss, it's nothing a whole lot, but we had a couple of things in our Discord. Touch on that link to join our Discord.
What? Oh, I'm going to touch on the link. Go ahead.
So Brandan had asked the question, and I'm going to paraphrase because I'm not looking at the Discord. Rule books, how often do we refresh ourselves? Because he said it seems that, and it's true, he says that it seems like we tend to play a game and then it may be some time before we get back to the game. Do we reread the rule book? Do we just go based on memory? What do we do?
Well, Gabi doesn't
read
I know the answer.
Book.
I read it because I like reading.
But so like if we play a game, for instance, I guess it depends on how complex it is. But Jerry will generally we'll set it back up. We'll start playing based on Jerry's memory. And then any questions, he'll glance through the rule book, not a reread.
My Jerry's memory is pretty fire.
I require a full, absolute rule reset in my brain because I remember nothing. I have to play a game upwards of 30 times in order to remember it without having to consult things, such as viticulture. I could probably set viticulture up now, start playing it, not need to read the real book because it's one of my most played games. Other than that, Yokohama, I could do the same with it. There's not many. I need a refresher. And by refresher, I mean watch another video because reading doesn't work for me. It does. I'm lazy. It does. But I still like to set up the game, watch a video which shows me visibly what I'm doing instead of just reading words that I have to then kind of like think of in my brain what they're talking about. Whereas preferably Rodney is showing me exactly what to do with the very game pieces itself that are in front of me already laid out on the table.
Yeah, that's why I don't do the videos that well because I can't retain the videos. If I read it, I retain it. I think that's the secret.
Then Daniel Hines Bond, 007, added to that question. He said in regards to that, well, actually, he said he just added on to the question. We don't have to make explanations for how so, but he was talking about, okay, he's played a game and he's played it for a long time. And then he got on BGA, and BGA is pretty good about getting the rules right. And so you play a game on BGA and realize you've been playing the game wrong. Has that happened to you?
Yeah, I can't remember which game it was.
Have you played a game on BGA?
Can't remember which game it was. It was, it'll come to me here in a minute. But yeah, it was, shoot.
I think, if I remember correctly, there's been a couple of games that I've done that with. I believe T.A. Tawakin was one of them. I think it's on BGA. But there's been a couple of games where I realized I didn't understand, apparently, IRL what was going on. But when I got on BGA, it's not letting me do this particular move that I was doing on a board game. But I think that is good. It's like to play the game on BGA. And of course, it's just as good as its programmers, but they run them through a pretty healthy set of playthroughs and testing and beta testing, alpha testing, all that stuff to work all the bugs out. So they generally have the rules right. So if it doesn't let you do something, or it does let you do something that you were doing previously, you're probably playing it wrong. But they also said that in our Discord, has there been a game you've played for a long, long time and then realized you've been playing this wrong the whole time? I couldn't think of one because I don't play that many games for that long, and we don't get back to our games that frequently. But I mean, unless something come up in, like I said, Viticulture or Yokohama or Can't Stop, I think I've been playing all those.
You're supposed to roll the dice
correctly.
open-handed, Can't Stop or something.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of anything that I've been playing for a super long time and then realize I've been playing it for that long a time incorrectly. I know I've played things on BGA that I've been playing incorrectly that BGA corrected, but I couldn't tell you what those were.
Oh, we got a letter from, let's see, a letter. Christian Kaufman. Hello. The game like Talon. I believe he's referencing a previous podcast episode because this email wouldn't make sense. Hello, the game like Talon, Starfleet Battles. The inner ship was called SSD, Standard Ship Display. I played this at length as a child. Yeah, I was talking about that game, like Talon. The game came out in 1977, at the same time my father taught me Squad Leader. Those are the two oldest games in my collection. I've always wanted to play Squad Leader. It's supposed to be really complicated for what it is. I believe there's even a solo of that. Let's see. Oh, and somebody named Mike asked me a question about Nemesis, whether the original Nemesis or Lockdown, what should he get? And I gave him a very clear explanation as to why and why, because I'm great at the emails. Let's see.
That's all you're going to say? You're just going to acknowledge the email.
I'm acknowledging his email.
He was asking, okay, well, tell the audience, Sherry.
Okay, well, Mike says...
Which Nemesis should you play?
He says, you mentioned Nemesis Lockdown. I've been waiting to pick up either Nemesis or Nemesis Lockdown, and I was curious because your Lockdown wasn't in your top 10. Have you played the original? Which one's better? Are they pretty much the same? Blah, blah, blah. And I said, listen, dear Mike, that's even your real name, Jerry here. I am currently in line at the donut shop, so I'll make this quick. Cream-filled donuts are vastly superior to your standard donuts. I researched both games thoroughly before going with Lockdown. I found the following majority consensus. Number 1, the theme of the original was superior. Number 2, Lockdown's fixed or streamlined some elements that were rough in the original. Number 3, if you have and enjoy the original, there's no need to purchase Lockdown. Number 4, if you are new to the franchise, purchase Lockdown. Number 5, everyone should get the upcoming game, Retaliation, for which I have kickstarted. My suggestion would be to go for Retaliation when it releases, for it is a completely different experience according to the designers. If you're hunting aliens, unless you're a big-time mini painter or completionist, I wouldn't worry about getting locked down. Hope this helps and that you enjoy the show.
You answered that quite well, in my humble opinion.
There's another email. Would you like? Another email. Let's see.
There you go.
We
like emails.
I like email. Oh, this is from a guy named Justin Spear. He says, I'm sure you get these emails often, but I'll try anyways. That's not true, Justin. I'd love for you to try easy answers. It's me.
No.
What?
I don't want to try his game.
Why not?
I don't want to do it.
Why not?
You can try it.
Why not? Why don't you?
I don't want to try your game that you're trying to get on Kickstarter. Skunk just ruined me. I'm not promoting your game.
What happened to Skunk? Are you talking bad about Ken?
Oh, he's posting on Dice Tower for tournaments for Skunked.
Oh,
I'm still facing the aftermath of Skunked.
Me and my friend John first published game. Couple of fellas they're from Kansas. It's a party game.
Not anymore.
About 30 minutes to play, quick thinking, unique. I'm confident it's a great game, and I'm asking it to get in the hands of some board game people that I really enjoy. Blah, blah.
All right, fine. Let's try it.
No, I don't want to try it. I'm just joking.
Just Josh.
I'm so funny.
We like to have fun.
It's one of the like party games. I have found that party games I don't. All right, I bring this up because I just came from a party, the other day, for which I took.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Took Enrique, and
Did you raise the roof and
Yes.
set it on fire?
Yes, like 100 people, most of which I didn't know. They knew I was a board gamer. They said, Jerry, we're just going to have a thing, bring stuff. And so when I got there, of course, it was a lot of your Walmart games that they had set up playing. Relative Insanity, the Jeff Foxworthy game was being played. Your standard stuff, dominoes, anyways. So...
Or a good friend of the show, Jeff Foxworthy.
Friend of the show, Jeff Foxworthy. And you better believe I mentioned that I knew Jeff. Nobody believed me. Either way.
Well, proof's in the pudding,
we got,
as they say.
Somebody noticed that I had brought 2 rooms and a boom. And since we were playing in a large area, everybody wanted to play it. There's a bunch of people that hadn't played it. I ended up running a game of like 20 some odd people at 2 rooms and a boom. Of course, it was an absolute hit. People just loved that game. As soon as we got done with 2 rooms of boom, most of the people split off. People wanted to hang around, play another big game. We had Dead Last that plays like 12 people. That's the card game, the little party game that everybody hated on when it came out. And for some reason, it just hits every time. I don't know what it is. It's a mean
Dead
game.
Last is Mafia on speed.
It's mean. The game is mean. And they started that.
Wonderful.
Played like 3 games of that. People loved it. I got the other group involved in doing Happy Salmon just to get some exercise, got them running around, and then after that kind of broke up, ended up getting them over, and we played Mafia. We actually played Mafia. So all I did was play party games. Just party games, party games, party games. I am party gamed out. Now, I see the appeal of it. Like, if you have a rambunctious group of people who can't sit down and don't want to, like they want to have they just want to have fun. They don't want to actually have this more.
And who doesn't?
Well, it's like a more sedate experience of like enjoying something. There's a difference between enjoying something and having fun. Like how
we've kind of covered that before.
So there are all these other people that were playing dominoes and train and all these other stuff. They were enjoying themselves. They were not laughing and having the rip-roaring time as the people that were in my group, because our group was down to be like that. Their group was down to just kind of do their thing. They were more sedate. To each their own. And I like a good party game now and then, but I'm not. I'm just not that. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. It's just not my thing.
Sometimes it is. I too played a party game. I don't mind party games when the occasion calls for it, because here's the thing: all the people I know that want to get together and they'll say, let's play a game. So it's not like we get together, and they're not board gamers. So it's not like we're going to have 12 people get together and divide off into 3 groups of 4 and all play an actual board game. That's just not going to happen with the people in my life, other than you, Enrique, Bubba, etc. So when we get together, it is large scale party games that can accommodate 6 and beyond, right. 6 to 12, 6 to whatever. I mean, my house can only hold so many people. Usually it's anywhere from 6 to 12 people. A game that I have played from my teenage years, and it's super simple. Everybody probably knows it. And the iteration I played was called the number game. And we played this the other day when you bailed out on pickleball with my brother-in-law Lance and our now, what do we call that? The friend that you know, and now I know, Isaac. He came over, him and his wife, and we had 12 people. It was 12 people that were here at the house. Lance says, do you want to play the name game? I was like, I've never heard of the name game. What's the name game? And he proceeds to explain the rules just like the number game, in which you all sit around. In the number game that I was familiar with, the number 1 spot is where you wanted to be. It's the king's chair, so you might say. So it's number 1. And it's always going to be number 1. This chair in the living room, my recliner, is the number 1 chair. And then you number everybody's seat that they're in. So if you're sitting to my left, you're in the number 2 seat. So if somebody says 2, then that's you, Jerry. You have to say your seat 2 and then call out another number that is other than your own. So usually everybody goes for the number one spot. So you would say 2, 1. So you number the chairs all the way around the room. The name game is the exact same thing, and I actually prefer this iteration of it, and that the number one chair now is just my name, Gabi. I started off in the number one spot, Gabi. So everybody has that chair's name.
Can I stop you for a second? Your memory's so bad, you've already told this story once. This was on episode 2.
On this podcast?
Yes, 2 episodes ago. Yes, because I had to sit through it and feign interest. I can't do it a second time. I seriously. And mind you, it would kill me to have. Yeah, I'm dead serious. You told me this, and that was not. I barely made it through it.
Waited until now to interrupt.
I was hanging in there. I was hanging in there for you. I didn't want to.
Okay.
But I can't.
Anyway, it's fun.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it tremendously. I don't know what I said in the last podcast.
You probably hated
it. But this time in my brain, I enjoyed it. I hated that game.
Hated that game. Oh, the name game. That's not a real game. I'm saying it right now. That's not a game. I don't even know what.
No, it's not a game. It's a party game.
No, I don't like it. It's not even a party game. It doesn't sound like any fun.
It is fun.
It wasn't fun. People just yelling out.
You're
names.
anti-fun.
I'm not fun. I am the fun. I love to have fun here. But that's not, that doesn't even in the least sound any type of funness. No funness was had there. That's just me.
We all had a blast. The 12 of us had a blast.
Okay, well, all right. I'm sure you fooled yourself into thinking you were having fun. You lied to yourself. You lied to yourself. But but I know. We had a fun time with actual games at my deal. And I came to realize that it's so hard to find that perfect mixture of a party game that plays a lot of people, that you want, that it's easy to explain. It does it all. It's really hard to get that just right. And for some reason, Mafia was really hard to get off the ground, like just get people to close their eyes and keep their eyes closed. It's like, I couldn't get them like that, but like people completely understood Two Rooms in the Boom pretty well right away. And then you had like even Dead Last, people got that pretty fast. Everybody got into the Happy Salmon, run around making a fool of yourself. I think there's just certain games that hit like that. And I think if you're having a party game, that's what you're going for. That's the type of engagement that you need. You need that. And it's hard to get that.
Sorry, I was trying to find out how to mute and unmute on Audacity without interrupting.
I don't care to mute. I want my breathing.
Well, my seat is being really creaky for some reason.
Why is it creaky? Babylon.
I don't know. But due to my large carriage.
You're going to play. Hang on a second. No, never mind. BGA just released Pirates of Maracaibo on BGA. I didn't like Maracaibo at all. It was awful. Why is there an expansion? I don't know. I'm hating.
You now get to attack each other?
Oh, we attacking? Yeah. Oh, I'm attacking Fister.
Right.
Can't be doing that. Because apparently you attack all the big name designers. I am not that way. I give
one. I just said one.
I give the credit.
And I'm guessing it's that one because the reviewer who left a 1-star review on our podcast, the musical chef. Shout out to the musical chef.
Wow.
He's probably still listening. He's hate listening.
Yeah.
He or she or they're hate listening. That's what they do because they're like, I left a 1-star review. I bet they talk about me.
We do talk.
Ha ha! We are.
You hurt us. You hurt us deeply. You hurt us deeply, Magic Chef.
Musical. So I often browse our, ratings and reviews, and just to see is anybody checking us out, or is anybody new coming to the show?
Constructive criticism.
They did, and they left just as quickly, I presume. Apparently, they heard me talking about Shim Phillips, and I said I've only had like 2 of his games hit for me. And the rest have not. Personal opinion, subjective. I thought we all know that. That's what we do. That's what everybody does in a review. It's not for everybody. But you know what? Not everybody loves everything. I'm sorry. I didn't like Shim's game, Legacy of You.
But you don't like Shim personally. That's what I got from that, though. That's what I got from it.
I don't know Shim personally.
Well, I know.
I
That's why I
bet
find
he's a
it-
delightful person.
Why I find it odd that you have such hatred for
I
him on a
think he's
personal
delightful.
level.
I think he's delightful.
Why do you hate
Even
Shim?
though I don't even know him. Love him. Love the man.
But yeah. Your hatred for Shim. What was I hating on? Oh, I was hating on Maracaibo. Never mind about that. I've got a lot of stuff I'm looking forward to. You're going to play that 1839 XX game at BGG with Chad. We've arranged that.
Just signed up for my first 18XX games. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's skateboards involved.
18XX sounds
18XX
dirty.
game.
Like that. Like if you just were not in the board game community,
Double X.
and you're like you want to play this 18XX. That just sounds like that's not
So first you got the 18.
Yeah.
So 18 and over.
an XX.
Double X.
Yeah, it's just you think somebody would have at some point told them, "Hey, you need to come up with a different term." And they're like, "No,
Hey,
it's about trains."
Unfortunately, adult films have this genre, have the X covered. So maybe choose another. What would you put in its place, though? It's just like when you're drinking whiskey on TV and they don't want you to know what it is, so they just put a bunch of X's on there, like in the cartoons. It just means it's generic. It can be anything. So it could be anywhere from 1800 to 1899.
Could have been
So they're all
dash.
just
Could be 18 dash
XX.
dash.
Yeah. Or star, like a little star sign,
18 pound.
sign.
Yeah, that doesn't work
There you
either.
go.
I have
18,
I have 18
18. Hashtag.
Hashtag, yeah. I've got what's a pound to me? I never understood that. Every time I see that hashtag, I think pound.
Pound sign. We're old school when we used to, we were the generation just as the touch tone phones came out. The rotaries had passed away, and we would pick up the phone off our wall and push the buttons, and it was so cool to hear that instead of the but instead we could pick the phone up, push the buttons, and it was always pound sign. That's the pound sign to us Gen Xers.
That's
not a hashtag.
1846, the race for the Midwest is the one I have.
Oh, you've moved on.
No, I'm talking about the 1800s. So I have the 1846. That's the one I have. Just FYI. So yeah, we're going to be playing that pound signed heavy games.
Why do you have that? I mean, did you have? We've never played it. How long have you had it? Why haven't we played it?
Because I have to teach it to you, and it requires a certain level of attention that you just don't have. And so I played, instead of choosing it, I chose John Company, and we played John Company. And so I
So who are you going to play that 18XX game with? Who else?
I'm going to find me some 18XX friends that are down to play.
Maybe I could be one. You don't know.
You could be. Well, we're going to test this with Chad. You, me, and Chad, and whoever else are going to play 18XX at BGG Spring. And then if you like it, because we're going to play 1839 or 36, then I have another one. So it will be an experience. It's a quite heavy game, but
when was the first train invented? When did the first train roll across tracks? Do you know?
I do know. I'm looking it up right now. When did
you don't know
first train? Yeah, I do. When did the first?
No, you
train?
don't. You're looking it up.
No, you ready for
You're
it?
Fixing to know.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
The first. Yeah. Well, listen. I carry a phone on me. And so thus it's like an extension of myself. So in a way, I do know. The first full-scale working railroad steam locomotive built by Richard Trevithick was debuted in the Welsh mining town of the Welsh and their names. Give me a moment. It's spelled Merthyr Tydfil. I don't even know how it's in February of 1804. It was called the Penny Darren or Penwa Darren. It was used to haul iron. The irony of that. It was made of iron and it hauled iron. How fast?
Hauling itself.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. So it was
1804, first train. Learn something new every day.
Yeah. So
and in a mere 100 years, we were flying in the air.
Yeah, we got off. Yeah, that really made. I bet Richard Trevithick felt real stupid then. Why didn't he think of that?
I laid down tracks for mine. They're just flying in the air.
That's what it is. Every new invention makes somebody else mad. They had all those causeways, all those little canals, and then this joker comes along with steam engines. I bet that made them upset. All the canal
Iron
lovers.
horses. Oh, wait, those are motorcycles. The first Model T Ford, they call those something. Horseless carriage. That's what it was.
How do you?
Also a game I'd like to try.
I'm trying to learn how to say this name, this Mirthry Tiddale, whatever. But when I went to type it in, there was a disaster apparently that happened pretty recently.
Oh no!
Some sort of catastrophic Aberfan disaster. Let's see. It was a mining disaster in 1966, resulting in 144 deaths. 116 of them were children. So it was a bunch of kids Minecrafting, and they
I
died.
thought we were talking about something recent.
No, 1966, pretty recent. Aberfan Wells.
I bet it's Trevific.
Let's see. Yeah, they got a terrible, like a pit that they were digging in, and apparently bad stuff took place.
The kids were digging in the pit?
Well, yeah, they were working for the miners. They were miners working for the mining. They were miners. We've had this discussion. They used to have kids do that, like little, because they were small.
I thought that was pre-war, like World War II. When did the child labor laws go into effect?
No, that took a long time. Long time. This is 60s, man. Let's see.
Smoking doobies and working your kids.
Let's see.
In mines. Go make me some money, boy.
Oh, well, what happened was...
Get down there and find some coal.
Heavy rain caused a landslide that basically had the whole mountain like come flying down at like 80 miles per hour and smashed into the junior school. That's what happened. So it hit a school.
That was in Wales?
Yeah.
That happened during the Crown, during Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah. See,
I remember that now.
Yeah, 1966, yeah. I'm glad you...
Yeah, I remember that.
You get your history from Netflix, but it's history all the same.
Yes. Yeah.
R.I.P.
I remember that. That was awful.
That was awful.
Well, the landslide will bring it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, the landslide will bring it down.
Merthyr
Where that's
Tydfil.
from?
Merthyr
That's
Tydfil.
from?
That's how I have no idea.
No, that's Fleetwood Mac, not Merthyr Tydfil.
Well, Merthyr Tydfil was the name I was trying to learn how to pronounce of that city, that Welsh town.
Oh, the landslide will bring it down.
Well, anyways,
And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide will bring it down. Stevie Nicks, bruh.
That reminds
Stephanie
me.
Nicks.
Hard merge. I have Snowdonia, the deluxe copy, for which I have not played either. Another game about trains and coal and child labor. We need to play it at some time. It's on my list of games of
I've been wanting to play Snowdonia for a long time.
Well, guess what?
Ever since I really got into board gaming.
Well,
the hobby board game.
I'm planning to use BGG Spring as like...
Springboard.
Yeah, to do that. So like I'm going to be bringing games that I'm obviously... we're going to learn them ahead of time and then take them to BGG so we have time to play them. So I'm pre-learning them. Going to play them there. We're going to check a lot of boxes off at BGG. Just FYI.
You know what kind of snakes build homes? Boa contractors.
I don't know. I don't like that one either. There's just not good. There are no good snake jokes. You know what? I bet AI could get you a better snake joke. Hang on. I'm going to AI you a snake joke. Keep going. Give me your best shot. You got anything else there, Gobs?
Let's see. Let's do the Jerry / Dice Tower. Let's see. No, that one's terrible. Oh, that one's terrible. Oh, how does a snake shoot something? With a boa and arrow.
That's not bad. I'm not against that.
What do married snakes have on their bath towels? Hiss and hearse.
All right, Grok, tell me a snake joke. Why did the snake quit the circus? Because it was tired of working for scales. Oh, that's awful. That's not good at all. Regenerate, Grok.
Why are snakes so hard to fool? They have no legs to pull. Why was the snake mad at the jewel thief? He wanted his diamond back.
Okay, so Grok is awful at this, as FYI. I'm not even going to read.
Who is Grok? What AI is Grok?
Grok is the Twitter one. Do you not know that? Are you not on Twitter?
Oh, my goodness.
I can
No, I'm on X.
Well, whatever it's called. That's what you...
Grok?
Huh?
Like as in Richard A. Heinlein's Grok?
Yeah, that's their thing.
Oh, my goodness. That's so Elon of you.
Well, that's Elon's thing. He's got it on here. So I've been trying to... Oh, look. Here's how we're living in this weird state. I'm seeing why as we're talking about snakes, now I'm getting content from Australia of a mother trying to save her 2 daughters from being attacked from a venomous snake. And it's quite traumatizing. I don't want to watch this, Grok. Make it stop.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Who is the snake's favorite author? That's my last one. Take a guess.
I
think very old and poetic.
But
make it about snakes.
Edgar Allan Boa Constrictor. I don't know.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. You're close. He wrote Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, Shakespeare. That's not good. That's not. I don't like
William Shakespeare.
Oh, I get that.
Oh, I like that band, the Alabama Snakes. Shakes, anyway. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode.
This was very...
I think we've reached our, natural end.
The natural end of this episode? Yeah. Okay.
I think we've reached the natural end. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode.
Ask Grok, how should we end the podcast, Grok? Because the internet's been helping us. How should we end this podcast?
Last week, I put out a classic throwback, and it was the first episode Bubba was on.
Here's what it said. How about wrapping it up with a snake-themed send-off? You could say something like, well, folks, that's all for today's slithering session. We've cooled up some great topics, shed old ideas, and rattled your curiosity. Tune in next week as we continue to strike at the heart of the matter. Until then, keep your scales shining and your fangs sharp. And then it says, then maybe add a fun sign-off like, this has been your insert podcast name, hissing off for now. What do you think? Does that fit your vibe? I hate you, Grok.
Fit your vibe.
I hate you, Grok.
Well, see, now we've
terrible.
Tremendously went beyond our natural conclusion to this podcast.
Let me think. What?
Now I'm really hissed off.
Of Gobby.
Hissed off. I said hissed off.
I'm asking what it thinks of you.
He doesn't know me.
What do you think? Let's see. It's searching for you. I don't have any personal opinions. He's the co-host of the Board Game Snobs podcast, which is all about board games, or, well, not really, since it's packed with tangents and nonsense alongside entry-level board game chatter. People seem to enjoy the chaotic, entertaining vibe he brings with his co-host, Jerry. He's also got a hand in Disagreeable Nerd, a podcast about movies and random musings, showing he's not afraid to ramble on whatever is in mind. Sounds like a guy who loves keeping things lively. What's your take on it? Let's see.
I do love to keep things lively. Unlike the musical chef, the Grok appreciates me more than the musical chef. All right, let's please put this to bed. Put hiss to bed.
It says, what do you think about Jerry? He's the kind of guy who brings a lot of energy, sometimes chaotic, sometimes abrasive, but usually entertaining. Fans love his unfiltered rants and bad puns, though some of him find him a bit much. It's like he's always teetering on the edge of a midlife crisis or a podcast meltdown. He's got a knack for stirring the pot, whether it's trashing game mechanics he hates or bantering with Gobby in a way that two buddies feel like they've known each other forever. See, Grok?
Is that real?
Yes.
Is it really saying all that?
Yes.
How does it know us?
I'll snip it to you. Because
that is crazy.
No, we're famous.
It's crazy.
We're
famous. Grok knows us.
Knows us. I'm seeing how I could.
Oh, that's good stuff. Grok, you've made my day.
Yeah, that's Grok. That's how.
On our next episode, special guest Grok. If only he had a voice.
If only he had a voice.
Come on.
All right.
Now, let us please let us end the show.
Okay, I'm done. Hope you had a good time.
All right. I did have a good time.
All I knew you would.
I did.
I knew you would.
I did have a good time. All right, so that's going to do it for this episode. I don't remember what number it is. We're closing in on the 400s at some point.
Ooh.
Anyway, until next time, I'm Gavin.
It's Jerry.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for tolerating this episode of the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.